Good afternoon. Left Travel connects travelers to travel sellers. We build brands that focus on unique niche segments. Currently, we have 16 meta-search websites internationally. I'm here today to introduce you to our newest brand and product, 1 Degree. 1 Degree is standardizing eco-travel. Most people know us by one of the brands that you see there on the screen, Rent by Owner, Bedroom Villas, PetFriendly.io. What many people do not realize is that we're all part of one company, Left Travel. We connect travelers to the top OTAs, Booking.com, Vrbo, Airbnb. Since 2016, Left Travel has helped over 1 million travelers book accommodation, facilitating more than $860 million in gross travel booked. The core of Left Travel is the Travel Mind, our cloud-based machine learning platform that matches high-intent users to the perfect property and partner at the perfect time. With over 500 million data points, Travel Mind can influence travelers' decisions about the type of travel they book. But wait, what is the impact of all this travel? And if we can influence the type of travel booked, what more can we do? We bring you 1 Degree, where we showcase sustainable properties to travelers around the world, changing travel behavior. Collectively, we're hurting our planet. We know that. After years in the industry, we see a lot of the positive impacts of travel, and that's what we talk about. But there's obviously negative impacts on the environment. We have a problem, and 1 Degree wants to be part of the solution. While 1 Degree may not sound like much, it makes a big difference. If the world's temperatures increase by 1 degree, there could be catastrophic effects. Life-threatening heat waves and food and water shortages, up to 1/3 of the global supply. Currently, travel contributes 10% to the global carbon emissions. From aviation to the materials used to build resorts, hotels, and vacation rentals. All these factors have a huge impact on global warming. When asked, 87% of travelers said they'd like to travel sustainably, but only 40% knew how to do so. So what's the disconnect? What's being done to help travelers find suitable options? At 1 Degree, we're connecting travelers to property owners. We're doing this through our sustainable impact score that ranks properties based off of the sustainable efforts. When a traveler is looking for a place to stay, impact-scored properties appear higher on the search results, making it easier to go green. For property owners, an impact score does a few things. It helps them get more bookings, it reduces cancellation rates, and it gives them access to cost-saving initiatives from local agencies and governments. The first phase has already launched, 1degreestays.com. We already know how to make niches. We're really good at that. So we use the Travel Mind to sort and recognize sustainable properties. This is our first eco-friendly meta. But we want to go further than just sorting. On 1degreeleft.com, property owners can sign up to receive an impact score. Impact scores are provided based upon a matrix of data. The sustainable impact score is comprised of 3 main factors. First, when a property owner signs up, they fill out a detailed property assessment. We then combine that with proprietary data, and once scored, we offer feedback and validate scores via traveler guest reviews. We've already started sorting properties and onboarding people. So in front is the Barn Gallery, who have sustainable practices such as rainwater collection, the usage of recycled building materials, and farm-to-table bento boxes. Impact scores aren't just for vacation rentals. We've recently partnered with the Gladstone Hotel in Toronto, who boasts the highest standards in social responsibility and innovation. They've also been announced Canada's first hotel B Corp. Our long-term vision is to expose the sustainable impact score back to our partners via APIs that they can use to rank their own properties. In turn, they'll receive the same benefits that we do, and they'll also help make an impact. So let's talk about scale. Why are we the right people to do this? Why should you vote for us? Across the Left Travel network of sites, we project to be commissioned on over 400,000 transactions and $500 million in gross travel booking value in the next 12 months alone. This means One Degree will be in front of 30 million travelers and 500,000 property owners. The added benefit, of course, is that every partner who displays the One Degree mark on their properties puts the brands front and center, driving more awareness. More traffic equals more brand awareness, equals more people that sign up, equals us collectively changing travel behavior. It doesn't stop with accommodation. We're also applying impact scores to corporate travel and activities. At Left Travel and One Degree, we know that we do our part. However, we're all in this together, and together we can have a greater impact, so future generations can have the opportunity to explore and travel this amazing planet. One Degree can make a world of difference. Thanks.
Thank you, Ashley. Step off the stage. Focus group, what do we think? Looks like most thumbs up. Philip's the dissenter.
So my dissent isn't about the cause, and if you were a lobbying organization or any of those categories, I definitely would have given you thumbs up. But since you're part of a commercial organization that sells travel for a living, I think the scoring that will win in travel will be from a bona fide independent party that does that for a living, like Underwriters Laboratory or Good Housekeeping Labels, something like that, where there is no commercial interest in any direction whatsoever, so that the certification of the eco-friendliness is bulletproof. So that's
I think that, that might be right over time, but what caught me was that you also do pets and you also do other interests. So this is an interest for a lot of people. It's a cause for a lot of people. You're opening a portal to that cause. And given brands like Marriott, declaring what's most important to them and many others, that they all want to be sustainable, I think you're on the right horse at the right time.
I agree. I think it's going to be a staged thing. For something to become an industry standard, it's just going to take time to build scale. And right now you have the audience and you've found a way to be relevant to that. So I applaud that. But I do think, you should understand that, something else is coming along the way. So what does this turn into and how can you leverage it into something bigger over time?
I love the fact that you're in the sustainable play, so you're differentiating yourself really well versus a normal B2C play. But to Philip's point earlier on, it's probably a right thing to do, to choose between either being a B2C player with scoring and then saying later on I want to give it to all the other players there and give them the scoring. If you choose one over the other, imagine you could be the only one saying, find our scoring, whether you go to Expedia, to Booking, to direct websites, to everything else. You help the hotels, you help the OTAs, you help everything. You could go there faster. So being in both is the only thing I had as an issue, but I think you're on something which is going to be the future for all of us.
Yeah, and so I think one of the challenges in sustainable travel is you can have every hotel in Hong Kong, as an example, that's sustainable, but you're still in a city where you have to walk around with a mask on because the smog is so bad. So is there any plans to actually grade destinations based on sustainability? If I'm traveling 24 hours on a plane to stay in a sustainable hotel, doesn't say much for me, right? It's because I'm still using 24 hours of airplane fumes.
All right, let's bring it down to the floor. Ashley, you want to comment on any of that? Maybe a question that Philip brought up about independent versus a commercial objective when you're scoring.
I guess really for the scoring right now, we've started with independent property owners because I think right now nobody's addressing that really well. We feel as a meta that we sit in a unique position in that we are seeing multiple providers and multiple kind of views on sustainability, and nobody's really knocking it out of the park. So I think we're in a spot that hopefully we can get those properties on over and start to build not only that but also a marketplace.
Thank you very much, Ashley. And our last presenter for launch, William Lesurf from Magic Stand.